worship, the difference between worship and praise. Okay, well, let me just first say there's not really much difference at all, except that in the terms that we use at Throne Room. And so all of praise is worship. All of thanks is worship. Actually, worship is everything that we do for the Lord, right? So nothing that we do for the Lord is useless. Even taking care of our homes, taking care of our children, taking care of our husbands, taking care of the earth that God has given us, like our little plot of land, mowing the grass, tending the garden, planting, taking care of our animals that God has entrusted to us. All of that is worship. And so it's kind of hard to say this is what worship is, but when we're saying it in the context of our prayer set, what do we mean when we say, let's go into a time of worship? Okay, so the best way that I've heard this explained, Meredith Malden explained it this way at a Song Lab, and I loved it. She said, praise is like when Jesus is coming down the line of a procession and there's all of these worshipers who are saying, we love you, Jesus. And you're right in the middle of them saying, oh, you're beautiful. I love you. You're so good. Welcome, come, those kinds of things, right? But then she said, but worship is when Jesus gets off of the horse and he walks right over to you and he looks at you right in your eyes, and you're oh gosh, what's the word? Your response to him, to seeing him that close, is one of intimacy and worship. Oh, I love you. You're beautiful. There's no one like you. And so it's like one is like high praise and one is just this intimate time with the Lord. And so, okay, why do we value intimate times with the Lord? Well, we want intimacy with Jesus, really probably more than anything else, even more than we want to do intercession. We want a heart that knows him and is known by him. Another way to say that would be we want fresh oil. We want to keep burning. And the only way to do that is to have intimacy with Jesus, to grow in our knowledge of him. And as we grow in our knowledge of him, worship will pour forth from us. And so growing in the knowledge of God is so key to worship, because worship is agreement with who God is. So if prayer and intercession is agreement with what God wants to do, and if thanksgiving is agreement with what he already has done, then worship is agreement with who God is. Who is he? And so growing in the knowledge of God goes hand in hand with worship, because you can't worship someone you don't know. And I believe that's why Jesus in John chapter 4 told the woman at the well, he said, my Father is looking for these. He's seeking after these ones. And who did he say that was? Those who worship in spirit and in truth. And so the way to do that is to grow in the knowledge of God.